Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the debut episode of Between the Ropes on our very new network called Coast to Coast Entertainment Network. And of course, you're joined tonight by none other than myself, Ace, and of course, Mr. Mess Around Dave and Dragon Viper. How you guys doing tonight?
Doing good.
And as you can see, I'll tell you right now, as you can see, each of us are repping our own shirts. You know, I've got the mercenary Garrison Creed going on tonight. And then how about a little bit of Mess Around Dave? Mess Around Dave, what you got going?
I got the Fiend and Alexa Bliss. Let me in, baby.
The Fiend and Alexa Bliss. And then Dragon Viper, what you got?
RKO. My boy Orton.
That's right. His favorite. He calls it RKO. That's his absolute favorite to roll. And so tonight, you know, you always know what we talk about on the show when it comes down to it. We always talk about, when it comes to Between the Ropes, we always start out with a little bit of Raw and SmackDown. But I know some of you have not seen this new network yet. So before we jump into our, you know, Between the Ropes and everything, we just want to clarify, you know, basically what had happened was Between the Ropes is still a thing. It's just we're no longer doing it on the ASAP network. We're now doing it on our very own Coast to Coast Entertainment Network. But on this network, you can find more than just sports. You're going to find a variety of everything. And tonight just happens to be our wrestling show. But tomorrow, you know, you'll get like the Four Bros radio show. And then you'll even see some cooking shows on this network and like movie night and trivia. Yeah, it's all kinds of interesting. So like and follow our page, and you'll just see so many different shows that for everybody to enjoy. But going into our show tonight and our various topics that we're going to talk about, we're going to go ahead and we're going to start out with Monday Night Raw. So Dragon Viper, if you will, why don't you go ahead and tell us a little bit about the first match on Monday Night Raw?
Well, the first match, I'm just going to go straight to the main first match, which was Mason T-Bar versus Braun Strowman and Drew McIntyre.
Okay.
And the winner of that the winners of that match was Mason T-Bar by countout. So, yeah.
You know, it was one of those typical WWE matches, you know, things in by count out in various different ways like this. Overall, it was still a good match, even though we know that right now we kind of know what happened at the end of Raw, but I don't want to get into that yet. But Dragon Viper, go ahead and tell me, what was your thoughts on this match overall?
Well, I mean, it was just like, you know, the following week's Raw when those four, you know, went at it. You know, this time around, because it was the second week in a row, it was like watching a rerun with this match. It was an okay physical match. It just, I mean, I want to see an actual clear-cut, you know, winner. No disqualifications, no countouts, none of it. Just, you know, whoever wins, Strowman and McIntyre or Mason T-Bar. Are we going to see it? Probably not. But, you know, I would have liked to see the ending better than it was.
Well, Mason T-Bar, you know, they've kind of been impressing a little bit, so to say. It's just interesting how they've had him going up against Strowman and McIntyre. It kind of shows you that they're actually high on Mason T-Bar at this point, especially when you're looking at it going, okay, you want to stick him against Braun Strowman and Drew McIntyre, because we know that McIntyre is what they consider the main event guy. Braun Strowman's there, he's held Universal Championship, so he's also that guy too. It's just going to be interesting to see exactly the route that this whole thing goes. But Mess Around, tell me, what was your overall thoughts on this match?
Well, you got a lot of the big powerhouse guys in there. Braun, before the match, said, hey, I'm going to do something you couldn't do. I'm going to take care of both these guys. And then, they end up getting a DQ. And then McIntyre runs in, makes a save. They turn it into a tag match. I like the match. I really like the fact that they finally got rid of the mask off of T-Bar and what's the other guy's name?
Mace.
Yeah,
Mace.
Thank you. Yeah, I like the fact they finally got rid of those. Those are kind of annoying and pointless. But it's a really solid match. I enjoyed it.
Oh, and of course, Brandon Herrera comes out. So let me give a shout out to some people who are here first. So Garrett Sherrill, welcome back, Garrett Sherrill. It's been a while since I've seen your comments. Whoop, whoop to you also. Welcome back. And then, of course, Imy's watching. So welcome in too. And then, of course, none other than Brandon Herrera is here. And the question for you, this is a question to you, Dragon Viper. When will RK Bro get a title shot?
Never, because it's not going to last.
Oh, RK Bro. And you know what's funny? Some people actually talked about that. I didn't think it was going to happen, but it did. And it's very, very interesting. Okay. But
we'll discuss that later.
We'll get into that later, but yeah.
Yeah, no. I completely agree with you on that. But overall, this match ending in a kind of, I don't like the way the match ended. The match could have ended a little bit better. There needs to be some kind of straight up victory between somebody. I want to see it. I think that this rivalry could actually be good. And so with that, anything else that you guys want to talk about on this match?
Well, I think the reason they had the disqualifications and whatnot is because they're not. T-Bar and Mace are like still kind of up and coming, and they still want to keep Braun and McIntyre looking strong. So they want to give a straight up victory to the other guys because of that.
No, I completely agree. But before we give too much away, Randy, Dragon Viper, I should say, how about we jump into that next match?
Okay, there was something else I did want to say though.
Okay, go ahead.
And it actually did set up for later in the evening, Strowman and McIntyre, but we'll get to that later. I just wanted to point out that match, all it did pretty much was set up thing with Strowman and McIntyre.
So hold on,
next-
just really quick. Mess Around Brandon wants to say that that's a sweet shirt that you're wearing, just so everybody knows. It's the Fiend and Alexa Bliss, and he likes your shirt.
Thanks, buddy.
And guess what? We have a late arriver. Yeah, here is none other than Sergeant Slaughter Jr. He is here. So,
how's it going?
It's going fantastic. You haven't really missed much. The only thing that we've talked about so far was really the first match, which we said was Mason T-Bar versus Braun Strowman, and Drew McIntyre ended in a count out. Sarge, the floor is yours. You go ahead and tell me about what you thought about the match.
Yeah, I thought the match was okay. We got 2 weeks left till Backlash, right? So
Yeah. Is it
it's
3?
slow,
Yeah.
3. So I believe it's the 16th. It's a slow build. It was okay with the match. Nothing surprised me.
Absolutely not. Okay. So with that, now Dragon Viper, go ahead and move on to the next one.
The next match was Damian Priest and the New Day versus Miz, Riker, and Elias. And the winner was New Day and Priest.
New Day. Okay. New Day. So, we all know that this Miz and Damian Priest rivalry has been going on for quite some time, and now the New Day is finally intermixed in this. But we do know now that Damian Priest is going to be taking on The Miz at WrestleMania Backlash. So with that, Sarge, I'll let you start out in this one.
All right. For one, I want to know what is going on with John Morrison because he hasn't really been on Miz's side. Like, yeah, he was there during the match, but he hasn't really wrestled in the last few weeks. I thought should have been a more entertaining match with like the athleticism that was in the ring, and The Miz and Damian Priest. I do like the storyline that is going on with it. I don't care if it's being dragged on whatsoever. I think they have great chemistry and everything else. So I'll give it a C+.
Now, you were talking about Morrison. I've heard, I can't say 100%, but from what I've heard is that John Morrison is going through an injury right now. That's why he hasn't really been wrestling much. So maybe it's true. I don't know. That's what I've heard. But Mess Around Dave, this one goes to you. What was your overall thoughts about this particular match?
I'm sorry, who was in the match again?
This
it was
Oh.
Damian Priest and the New Day versus The Miz, Riker, and Elias.
Oh, anytime Damian Priest is in a match, I love it. That dude is so talented. He's going to do big things. So anytime he's wrestling, I'm going to watch it. I'm going to like it no matter who's in the ring. So
yeah, and that's why I'm telling you, I'm looking forward to this Miz versus Damian Priest match because I think that this match is going to be one of the best on the card because the Miz is talented and Damian Priest is very talented also. And it's going to be an overall good match. So Dragon Viper, now it's your turn. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, I totally agree with Mess Around. I mean, Damian Priest being in a match, it's something to look forward to, in my opinion. I mean, he's awesome. He's athletic and he's a big guy. He can do a lot that most big men can't do, and do well at that. I mean, with the match itself, I think the only thing I was entertained about was the fact Damian was in it. And I actually paid more attention when Damian Priest wrestled. Everybody else, don't really care about it. But, I'm glad that Damian, did win the match and, it was okay.
So we do have a comment from Amy on the side that says Damian should have a title shot.
Yes.
I think he will. No, but the thing is he will at some point. He's just too new right now. So that's why you're not going to see it right now because it's too soon for him. I think at some point you most definitely will. But
they got to move him up first.
Oh, yeah. Just because of how new he is why he won't. Now, people can kind of try and rebuttal that and be like, well, if you look at Rhea Ripley, her first match was at Mania and she came in and won the belt. But that's kind of a whole different scenario there. So this one here, there's so many people that you could put in this spot right now over Damian Priest because of how new he is.
Well, and he's got to work his way up. So.
Oh, absolutely. All right, so Dragon Viper, go ahead. Let's jump into the next one.
Oh, the next one would be Orton and Riddle versus Alexander and Benjamin.
What do we got? What do we got? We got
Arcade Bro.
Oh,
No.
Arcade Bro is
No.
here.
Yes.
Right, Arcade Bro is officially here. How long Arcade Bro will stay together? Don't know. But somebody on here had called that originally. Somebody had said Arcade Bro's coming, and if I had to say anything, I think it was the Sarge who said it. I think he said Arcade Bro, and it's going to happen. And Arcade Bro happened. They got the victory.
You said something about matching scooters.
Yes, matching scooters. It hasn't happened, but you know what? I think that the matching scooters would be going a little bit too far. But anyway, Mess Around, I'll let you go ahead and start out with this one.
Well, it doesn't surprise me that Randy and Riddle are working together because if you watch that Stone Cold podcast with Orton on there, he said one of the guys that was growing on him was Riddle, and he was a guy that he'd want to work with. So it doesn't surprise me that they're already working together. It's just the match was pretty good itself. I like the part at the end where Orton hit him with that little spike off the ropes, and Riddle's like, "Tag me in, bro." And then tagged him in, did his little finisher off top rope.
I'm the real bro.
I think they're great together. How long it's going to last, who knows? I thought Orton was going to RKO him after the match, but
I don't know. It could last a little while. It could.
it did.
All right, Dragon Viper, you go ahead. It's your turn.
You know,
Oh boy.
I
Oh,
want to
crap.
know what.
I said, oh crap, here comes one of your little tangents, or I didn't like it, or I don't like it, or whatever.
Well,
you know, that's your typical thing.
You know, I want to know what in the world the WWE is doing putting Orton with Riddle.
It's RK Bro. It's RK Bro.
Yeah.
Okay, you say that, but I totally disagree, and you knew I would. You know,
What do you agree with? What do you agree with? Okay,
I see
you agree
Orton-
with nothing.
Oh, that's false. I agree with Mess Round earlier. But anyway, I see Orton in a singles match. I do not see him in a tag match. He is not a kind of star, you know, superstar that would be in a tag team match. I don't see that. And why with Riddle? I mean, there's other less irritating, annoying, you know, wrestlers he could tag with, like Ali or, you know, Sheamus or, you know, somebody else out there. Why does it have to be Riddle? I mean,
Because, bro, Riddle's a man. That's why.
no, he never mind. Anyway, the thoughts on this match, you know, I'm glad Orton won it. I'm just not happy with WWE that they're putting those two together. I no.
All you have to do, Dragon Vipers, go get yourself a scooter, okay, and then just ride the scooter, and then just become the ultimate bro, okay? That's what you're supposed to be doing, okay? And I think that's Dragon Viper's problem. Is I think he's jealous of the scooter. I really think that's what it is, because he wants the scooter, and he wants to be part of RK Bro. That's what he wants to be.
Nope. I take that scooter and throw it out the window and watch it break.
Sarge, please save us here. It goes into you now.
All right, I already got a scooter mailed to Dragon Viper. Has fangs on it, got leather and everything else. It says RK Bro on it.
Return to sender.
I was
Nope.
surprised how well the RK Bro is actually going pretty well. It reminds me of Randy Orton being the bigger brother, and Riddle's the little brother, and the big brother has to take the little brother to somewhere where he doesn't want to. I'm going with Brendan Herrera on this, giving the title shot to the RK Bro, and also he mentioned
Don't do it. Don't say it. Don't say it's
Bro KO. I'm digging it. I am digging it.
No. I think I know. You didn't say that other name that I was glad you didn't say. He left another comment on the side. You just had to say it. Don't do that. Don't do it to me. Don't do it to me. No. Don't do that crap to me. Oh my gosh. Overall, your guys' analysis was fine to me. And I think a reason why is like, so you look at Randy Orton, who's basically been around this industry forever. You know, he's been there for a very, very long time. So at some point, you know, I kind of get that he hasn't really been a tag team guy like a lot, except you have, you know, the rated RKO, you have Legacy, you know, you have Evolution. So you have all these times, but is he really a tag team guy? I mean, yes and no. It depends. They're going to try and put somebody under his wing, and I think that's what they're doing with Matt Riddle. They're trying to get him to learn. They're trying to get him to learn.
They have nothing going for either guy right now, so why not stick them together and do something?
They might as well. There's nothing left for Orton to do right now. There's nothing for Matt Riddle. So stick them together, have them do something. Okay. They tried the Hardy Bros. It didn't work. That didn't work out. So now they're trying the RK Bro, and they're going to see if that works out.
Oh, it's going to
Damian
work.
Priest and Orton. Come on.
All right, Dragon Viper, let's move on to the next one.
Asuka, Lana, and Naomi versus Jax, Ripley, and Baszler, with the winners being Jax, Ripley, and Baszler.
And when it comes down to it again, we have yet another whole the whole Lana and Naomi in the middle again. So at some point, we're wondering when are they going to win the belts? Because obviously it's coming at some point because Nia and Shayna are going to lose the belts at some point. This was another one of those matches. I'm like, I'm not quite sure how I felt about it. But mess around. You go ahead and start out.
It's a rerun. How many times are we going to see this stuff happen? Like, at some point, they got to find something new. I mean, I know there's not a whole lot of options going on in the women's tag team, but, man, just to put them in with somebody different would be nice. Because it's getting old seeing the same thing every week, and that's kind of why the ratings on Raw and SmackDown are both crap. That's all I got to say about this match. Give me something different.
All right, Dragon Viper.
No, I mean it was okay. Short of Ripley, I honestly think that they're starting to make these females a little more. Most of these females a little more stale. I mean, there's no. I don't see much entertaining. I mean, they're not being entertaining lately. It's the same. People, again, it's like what Mess Around said, there's not many female tag teams out there, but, have something different, have something, entertaining. You keep putting the same matches together. You keep putting, they need to step it up. It was an okay match, but, I don't know. It just, not very entertaining at this point.
All right, Sarge.
I still am blinded by the outfits of Naomi and Lana. I mean, pretty much it was Asuka versus Ripley. We know the other four can't wrestle if their life depended on them. I'm just done with it, and I can easily see the tag team title matchup is actually going to be against Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke.
Yeah, I think it's coming. I mean, we know that Asuka and Rhea Ripley are going to pretty much be a rivalry for a little while. But now don't forget, though, you're going to want to throw Charlotte Flair in there because we know that that's going to be – you know it, I know it. As much as you don't like it, you know it's true. Woo, 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 you know it.
Boo, boo, boo.
I'm just saying, you know it. Now, did I like the match overall? No, I don't, because it's like I say week after week. Nia and Shayna, botchamania. Is that what we call it all the time? Botchamania. That's what you call it. All right. But Dragon Viper, let's go ahead and jump into the next one.
Next one would be Charlotte Flair versus Mandy Rose, with no surprise, winner being Flair.
Flair. Now, everybody's probably wondering, okay, how's Flair back? Because, she got suspended and fined indefinitely and everything. But here's the thing. She came out and apologized, and so that's why she was able to basically come back in. And if you didn't think that Charlotte Flair was going to win this match, then you're crazy. Because I think everybody knew that Charlotte Flair was going to win this match. It's a rarity that Charlotte Flair loses. That's all I'm saying. It's rare. It's rare. It does happen, but it's very rare. And I know people hate on Charlotte. She's not my favorite diva, but the thing is, it's like she said, she is the opportunity. And why? It's because she's so talented. Okay, when you look at overall talent, Charlotte's got it. She has all that. Now, does it get a little annoying after a while that she's always in the title picture? Yes, and I get that that's what people are saying. But overall talent-wise, she's there. Now, for everybody who's Alexa Bliss fan, let me ask you this: if Alexa Bliss was always in the title picture, would anybody have a problem with it? Probably not. Nobody would come out and really say anything. Exactly, right? Exactly. So we pick and choose who we're okay with always having title shots and who we're not. But we're so inconsistent about that. I like to look at talent. Huh?
That's not even the problem. The problem is she's shoved down our throats like a John Cena was back in the day. Like,
trust me, I know, I get that. I completely understand that because I felt the same way with Cena. I felt the same way with Reigns. I felt the same way for the longest time. I felt like that with Lesnar, but now I don't feel the same about him. But I felt that way with Reigns and McIntyre, Cena, all those guys. So I completely understand it on that aspect. But mess around. You can go ahead and tell me what your thoughts was.
yeah, Charlotte, you're right. She's super talented. She's one of the top divas, and that's why she gets these shots, even though I disagree with it. I mean, who else are you going to give it to? She does deserve these shots as much as I hate to say it. But it was a really good match. I was hoping Mandy Rose would have won, even though I knew it wasn't going to happen. The match was really good. I liked it. Two females in the ring. My girl, Mandy, you know, my hottie.
My girl. All right. Oh, Sarge, go ahead and take it away.
Well, I have to go with mess around on this one about Charlotte and everything else. I just don't think when she does her promos, it's more monotone for me. But speaking of the match, I thought it was an okay match. I was more intrigued about the storyline between DeVille and Pierce because I think there's going to be a power play that's going to happen with those two. So I really got nothing to say about this match. Really,
got nothing to say. All right, so Dragon Viper, tell me what you think about this match.
No,
it doesn't matter what you think. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and
happy now. There is. You got it out.
I got it out. Yes, you go. You go ahead. You go ahead.
All right. Anyway, yeah, I really didn't have much either. You know, it's an okay match. You know, good attempt on Dana's part. You know, Flair has talent, but I am like, you know, it's already been said that she's got talent. She's just being shoved down our throats, and that's really irritating. That, you know, that turns fans away, and you know, I don't know, less of her, you know. That's what you know. I would like is way less of her. She needs to go away. I don't care anymore.
Right now, you're scaring me away with these comments. Okay, so anyway, Dragon Viper, let's go ahead and jump into the next one.
The next one is the main event, which was McIntyre versus Strowman, and the winner was Strowman. So at WrestleMania Backlash, it's going to be a triple threat match for the title. Lashley versus McIntyre versus Strowman.
And I must say thank you. Thank you, WWE, for finally doing that. I did not want to see Lashley versus McIntyre one-on-one. So I'm glad because, you know, we saw it at Mania. So I wanted to see something different. And I'm glad that they decided to put Strowman in this match because Strowman finally deserves another title shot. He does. Strowman works his butt off, and so he finally is gonna get what he deserves. But Dragon Viper, you can start out in this one and tell me.
I thought it was the match of the night. You know, I thought it was a good powerhouse match. Those two did great. And I agree with you, Ace, that, you know, it's good to see that it's going to be a triple threat match and not one-on-one. So, I mean, it could end up, you know, where Lashley ends up losing the title again, like he did the U.S. title without being the deciding factor. So, it was a great match. and I'm glad Strowman did win that one.
And we actually have a WWE hot take here from Mr. Brandon Herrera. He's saying that Sonya and Adam Pearce will battle at Survivor Series to have basically both will pick a team with the winner getting full control of both shows as GM. Maybe
I could see
I don't
that.
know. It's possible.
Yeah, we've seen that. We've seen that show before with different people.
Yep,
I can
absolutely.
see it happening again.
Sarge, go ahead and take it away.
I have to agree with Strowman actually getting the chance to get back in the title picture. I mean, I like Strowman, always have, always will. As of right now, McIntyre he's getting a little bit drawn. He's actually drawn out. I enjoyed McIntyre's and Sheamus battles more than McIntyre being the champion. So I'm happy for Strowman with this.
You know why? Because you're going to get these hands. All right. So mess around. Tell me, what do you think?
I think it's great. It's about time. Like, Strowman's been out of the title picture for how long? It's about time they finally put him back in there justly. So, he deserves it. And I thought it was great at the end of the match where you had Strowman had McIntyre up for the slam, and then MVP tried to pull him off. And then Mace and T-Bar came out, distracted McIntyre, and costed him the match for Strowman to win.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought the ending of the match was awesome. They couldn't have booked it any better. I love the match, and I'm so glad that Strowman won. And hopefully he wins the title at WrestleMania Backlash.
Yes, Strowman, make sure to get these hands. So basically, that was the recap of Raw. If I had to give you my favorite spot on Raw, that was when Strowman was inserted in the title match at WrestleMania Backlash. That's what they're calling it. The triple threat match. Can't wait for it. It's going to be very, very exciting. Sarge, did you have a favorite spot on Raw?
Just the last match, seeing McIntyre lose and RK Bro.
Yes.
All right. Mess around. Did you have a favorite spot on Raw?
RK Bro. That's it. RK Bro. That was my favorite spot. Hopefully that train keeps rolling. I love it.
And Dragon Viper, you tell me, did you have a favorite spot on Raw?
Was not RK Bro, just for your information. It was it was Strowman actually getting to get that opportunity. So that was my favorite.
Oh, and then my second favorite part was Alexa Bliss in her promo with the little doll. That was awesome.
Alexa Bliss
still think
will
that's
always be a
creepy.
favorite. She's gonna always be a favorite no matter what. Because
Right.
I just think she's phenomenal at no matter what she does. But let's go ahead and jump off of Raw and let's go into a little bit of SmackDown Live here. So let's go ahead and give us the first match of SmackDown Live. Dragon Viper.
First match was Street Profits and Belair versus Dirty Dogs and Bailey, with the winners being Street Profits and Belair.
Since you said the match first, you can talk first.
Oh, this match was boring. Didn't care for it.
What? Oh my God.
I did not care for it at all. And that's all I got. Mine was quick. Go on.
Wow.
Get him, Dave. Get him, Dave.
How can you say this is so boring when you got Montez Ford who can jump out of the building?
Boring.
And then Bianca Belair with when she saved him at the end and whipped dude with her hair, saved the match. That was awesome. And then she picked up Dolph like he was nothing. Oh my God, this match was incredible. I love the match. How can you say this is boring? Somebody mute Brandy's mic for the rest of the show.
You get him, Sarge. Get him.
How can a match with Dolph Ziggler is boring? Come on. Come on, man. That's all I'm going to say on that one.
Yes. My man, Dolph Ziggler. You know what? Dolph Ziggler's so underappreciated, so underrated. You know what, Dragon Viper? You will get this all show long because, you know why? Because you just made a ridiculous statement is why. That is why you're getting so much heat. You think you have heat on the show? You now officially have heat backstage. You have heat backstage, brother. And let me tell you something, brother. It's coming. We're coming for you. That heat is there. overall, it was a good match. You know why? Because Dolph was in this match. Montez Ford was in this match. Thank you. Very good match. But you can send us on to the next match. You go ahead and tell us, Dragon Viper.
All right. Next match was Natalya and Tamina versus Jackson Baszler, non-title match.
You didn't tell everybody who won.
Oh, yeah. Winners were Tamina and Natalya. Sorry.
Tamina and Natalya. So, with them winning, I'm telling you, I think that it's got to insert them yet again in the title picture. And Brandon Herrera is now saying, well, Dolph is boring. Okay, let's not get Dragon Viper. Don't you say anything. Do not. You keep quiet down there. Or you know do you know what happens to people? Do you know what happens to people?
I know what
who
happens.
make fun of Dolph Ziggler. Do you know what happens?
I don't think he does. Tell him.
I don't think he does. You know what?
I made the list.
You just made the list. That's what happens. You just made that list. All right. Mess around. Take this match away.
You know, the match, I love the fact that Tamina and Natalya are actually getting wins and they're actually being used as opposed to most of these guys who aren't getting the TV time. I think they're honestly setting up for a triple threat with Nia and Shannon against Natalya and Tamina and Naomi and Lana.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's coming. It's coming. And I can't wait for it because I think either Tamina and Natalya is going to win or it's going to be Naomi and Lana. I think one of those two teams are going to win. I don't know who. And then I think those two teams are going to feud potentially. But Sarge, go ahead and tell me.
Where's Reggie? That's all I want to know. Whatever happened to Reggie?
Reginald?
Yeah.
Okay.
He was out there.
Yeah, but he doesn't really do anything anymore since WrestleMania. But speaking of which, this match could have been better if it wasn't Jax and Baszler out there. So I think Natalya and Tamina are doing very well, and I think it's going to come down to Mandy Rose, Dana Brooke versus those two to the number one contender match.
Yes, sir. All right. I know I'm going to regret this, but Dragon Viper.
You know, it was an okay match. I had no problem with it.
But you didn't like the first item.
But you didn't like the first match, so now you flip-flopped. You flip-flopped now. You don't like the first one. You like this one. So you. Oh my! Wow.
I like Tamina and Natalya. I like their hard work. I like that, that they won. And I'm hoping if they get a title shot, whether if it's a 3-way, 4-way, that they actually pull through this time. It seems like I can't think of the wrestler. Well, there's a few, but where they win against the champion, but they can't win the big one against the champion when the title's on the line. There's a few of them. I think that Tamina and Natalya will actually pull it through. And then I think Nia and Shayna will start feuding against each other. So, but it was an okay match. I had no problem with it.
So I'm going to rebuttal on something you just said right there, Dragon Viper. And I'm not saying it's only you, but the one thing I will say about this, so you kind of hear it in the wrestling world sometimes with certain wrestlers. They come out and say, you know what, this person can't win the real match. They can't win the big match. They choke in the big matches. Hello, people. The matches are scripts. They're scripted. How can you tell them that they choke in the big matches? They win and lose what they're told to do.
Well, we know this. So
yeah. Well, no. So I'm just saying, like when people go, they choke, they can't win the big matches. I'm like, well, is that really their fault? Like when they show up, if they're told to lose, they're told to lose. I mean, there's nothing they can do about it.
Right.
There's really nothing they can do about it.
No.
All right, Dragon Viper, jump into that next match.
Next match was Big E versus Apollo Crews for the Intercontinental title, and the winner was Big E by disqualification.
And this feud is still ongoing. I think that this feud is going to be going on for a while longer because we know that this match is happening at WrestleMania Backlash. That match is happening again there. Overall, this has actually been a good feud. This match was a good match because Big E, for actually a big guy, he's actually pretty talented and he can actually move quite well in the ring. But Sarge, I'll let you go ahead and take this on.
First, I want to bring up Brandon Herrera's comment saying about Reginald that he was burnt out from carrying Jax around.
Probably.
I'm just gonna say he fell through the cracks. So.
Oh, we're saying crack again. Randy's seeing that crack again. Okay.
Yeah. So all right. I'm focusing now. So with that being said, these two actually put on a good show. I enjoy these two guys. I like the storyline that's going on, but I'm done with Ozzy already, whatever his name is. But I can see easily a triple threat match going on for the Intercontinental Championship with or a fatal four-way with Zayn in there, Owens, Big E, and Cruz.
Yeah, because if you're going to do a triple threat match, you would have to put Owens in there over Zayn because Owens has been beating Zayn. So you would have to put Owens in there over Zayn. But mess around. Go ahead and give me your thoughts.
Yeah, I really enjoy this feud. The one part I would take away is having that big general guy. He does nothing for me, and I don't think Apollo Crews needs him because he's so athletic and he can wrestle. He's a high flyer. He does it all. Big E, same thing. Just take the big guy win. It'll be fine, in my opinion.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Dragon Viper, tell me.
It would have been a good match if it wasn't for Crews having help. I want to see Apollo Crews versus Big E one-on-one with no Zayn. I space on that big guy's name, but not have him there either. Have those two gone, just Crews and Big E, make it a fair one-on-one match. Crews obviously can't do it alone, so they're gonna allow him to have help and win the match every single time. So, I agree. I agree with Amy. I don't like Crews' character. But
All right.
It was okay. It would have been better if there was no interference.
Okay, to each his own, I guess. But Dragon Viper, let's move on to the next one.
Next one was the main event: Daniel Bryan versus Roman Reigns for the title. And if Daniel Bryan lost, he'd have to leave SmackDown. And the winner, I don't even have to say it. It was Reigns.
Well, yeah. So the funny thing about this is Mess Around and I were kind of talking about this a little bit the other day. And we honestly thought that, if Daniel Bryan lost this match, it would only be by count out or something. Or we even thought that Daniel Bryan might win by DQ or something like that, just to make Daniel Bryan stay. But I honestly didn't think that Daniel Bryan was going to lose to have to move away from SmackDown. I didn't think it was going to happen. But now the thing is that they're talking about how since Daniel Bryan lost, there's a lot of people saying that he's going to go to the yellow brand and go ahead and join NXT with Finn Balor. So it's going to be interesting to see if that's going to actually happen. Overall, it was a decent match because Daniel Bryan was in the match. I didn't really care too much that Reigns was in it, but it is what it is. As long as Daniel Bryan was in there, it made for a good match. But Mess Around, go ahead and take it away.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I don't care who Reigns is going against. I just can't stand watching the match with Reigns. It's disappointing that Bryan has to leave SmackDown because he's kind of the heart and soul of SmackDown. really, and then you get to take him away. Hopefully, he does go to NXT and get a chance to work with those younger guys and teach them. It'll be good for them.
You know who is now the heart and soul of SmackDown? That's right. You're going to embrace the
vision.
Embrace the vision. That's what it is, because it's Seth freaking Rollins. All right, Dragon Viper.
I thought it was an okay match because I agree with the Ace. It's because of Brian being in it. It's like I say all the time, I do not like predictable matches, and I hate that it was predictable. Everybody knew. Everybody can sit there and say that Reigns was going to win. There was no doubt about it. It would have been nice for Brian to win because you're right. You guys are right. Brian is the heart and soul of SmackDown. But I knew Reigns was going to win. Very predictable. I didn't like it. I didn't care for it. But the overall of the match, I thought it was the best match of the night. So now if they can get Reigns off SmackDown and send him somewhere else, that'd be even better. And then Seth Rollins, and I'm going to agree, Seth Rollins is the heart and soul of SmackDown, especially now that Daniel Bryan's gone. So
he was always the heart and soul of SmackDown.
No, it was a tie between Bryan and Rollins.
Vision. Embrace the vision.
Rollins was more about Raw than SmackDown. But
all right, Tim Fielder, Sarge. Go ahead and take it away.
All righty. It was a great match, even though it was predictable. I enjoyed the match with the concerto at the end of the match on Bryan. That he's going to be out for a little bit, and he'll probably end up on the yellow brand. But they're also saying the red brand as well. But I enjoyed this match, even though I knew what was going to happen. So I embraced the vision no matter what, and I'm looking forward to Reigns lose his title in 2 pay-per-views.
Yeah, so you know what's kind of funny about this is I actually just got an alert on my phone. Speaking of Daniel Bryan, I just got an alert on my phone that Daniel Bryan says basically his goal is, because his contract expires in September. So it doesn't expire. It doesn't expire until then, and when it doesn't, before it expires, and I should say, they've talked about it, and his plan is that overall that he wants to become a full-time father, but only a part-time wrestler. So even signing his contract, he's not going to become a full-time guy in the ring.
That makes sense.
All right. Oh, Sarge, I forgot to get to you. I'm sorry. You go ahead.
You did.
Yeah, you got me.
Oh, I did. Did I miss anybody? I thought I missed somebody.
Nope, we're good.
No. Okay, I'm good. All right, so now we'll jump into our 3-count topics that we like to call it. So our first 3-count topic, I should say, is our first one is going to be, what's your guys' thoughts on Jason Jordan named the lead producer of Raw and SmackDown? Jason Jordan is such a young guy, and he didn't really have a lot of experience technically in the WWE. Last time we saw him, he was in that angle where he was Kurt Angle's kid. Yeah. It was his son. That was pretty much the last time we saw him. So, what is your thoughts on him actually being like the lead producer of Raw and SmackDown? Look, at this point, my personal opinion on it is that maybe it'll change. I'm not saying it'll change for the better. I'm not saying it'll change for the worse. I have no idea. But what can it hurt? What can it hurt at this point? But mess around. What is your thoughts on it?
My thoughts are he can't do any worse than what they're doing now.
Yeah.
You can only go up where they are now, and who knows? Maybe he gets better. Hopefully, he's a young guy, he's full of ideas.
All right, Dragon Viper, you go ahead and tell me.
I totally agree with you guys. I mean, we're just gonna have to find out how well he does. I was never a fan of Jordan, so hopefully he brings something better than what WWE's already got and going with. So I mean, he's young. We'll see where it goes.
Embrace the vision. Okay, Sarge.
What I could see happening is, I'm with mess around on this one, is that you can't get any further down that Raw is. But if Jason Jordan has someone that guides him, like how it's run on the backstage of things, I think he'll do all right. You never know. You might see RKO Awesome as a tag team. I think you could see that happening. But
awesome.
I have no idea.
All right. So now we'll jump into our next 3-count topic, which is thoughts on the titles, but one being held by heels. So basically what they're saying is almost every title out there is being held by heel at this point. So what is your thoughts on that? And Sarge, I'll start with you.
Embrace it. I think it brings better storylines because the heels are the ones that bring out the heroes or the faces of it. So I'm okay with it, just not as a long-term basis. That's where I could see it happening for another pay-per-view after Backlash. Then after that, then I can see it start changing because then I'll get tired of it.
Right. All right. Dragon Viper, what do you think?
I don't really care for it. I think it's kind of lame, because you want to. There's people you want to go for. There's people that you like, that you want to see as champion. But right now, most of them are people that are heels, that people don't care for. I mean, look at Roman Reigns. Nobody cares about him, and he's been champion this long, and they're trying to push it down our throats with him being champion. I honestly think that they need to they need to balance out champions. Some faces, some heels. Not have one or the other hold most of the titles. Have it more balanced.
All right, mess around. How about you?
I'm fine with it. I love the fact that the heels are champions. Most of them are. The only change I would make Bray Wyatt be one of those heels that have the belt, the Fiend. I mean, be one of those title holders. I love it. It's about time. I'm tired of seeing the face with the belt.
Right, heels.
And take Reigns off too. Reigns, I can't stand him being champion.
Yeah, it's just kind of interesting because I've always been a heel guy. I don't know what it is. I've just been that guy that's always enjoyed heels more than faces. All right, so now we can come into our final 3-count topic, which is basically just we're gonna start doing our top 50 divas of all time, and we go from 50 down to 45 tonight. And so with this, Sarge, I'll start with you. Start with 50 and go to 45.
All right. First, I go put Ashley Massaro at number 50. She came from the Diva searches back in 2005. Then I'm going to put Jillian Hall at 49.
Wow.
I mean, she really didn't do anything except for singing off key. I mean, come on. Nidia will be number 48 on that one. She was a tough enough winner on that. Then one-time women's champion is Bull Panico on there. Then I'm going to put Maria Kanellis at number 47. Then I would put Tori at 46 right there. And that was 5, actually, wasn't it?
No, you go to 45.
Oh, 245. All right, that's right. Then I'm going to have to put Bertha Faye at number 45 on that. She's back from the mid-90s.
Yeah, no. I'm just saying, interesting. Dragon Viper, what you got?
Well, number 50, I got Bull Nakano. 49, I got Maria Kanellis. 48, I got Maurice. 47, I got Jazz. 46, Lillian Garcia. And 45, Deborah.
Okay. Mess around, how about you? You're on mute, buddy.
Yep.
Mess around? You're on mute? All right, he's there. He's there, but he's not there. All right, so you're on mute. All right, I don't. There, you are now.
Is it working now?
Yeah, it's working
Yes.
Okay, so number 50, I went with Deborah, Stone Cold's wife. And then 49, I went with Brittany Santana. 48, Rebel. 47, Dawn Marie. 46, and Angelina Love. 45, I went with Roxy.
now. Who?
Roxy from TNA.
Oh, Roxy. I thought you said Rocky, and I'm
No,
like,
Roxy.
I was like, wait. I was like Rocky.
And TNA.
Okay. So then counting down from 50 to 45, I started out with Tony Storm at number 50. Number 49, one of Dave's favorites. We had talked about this the other day. She wasn't your favorite ever, Mess Around, but you said that she was still up there. But number 49 was Caitlyn.
Oh God, she's so hot. Yeah.
and then number 48 was Kaylee Ray. That was number 48. The number 47, this might actually surprise a lot of people. You're going to be like, what? But I actually went with Sonya Deville at number 47. Don't
Wow.
give me that look. Don't give me that look. All right. And then number 46, Shotzi Blackheart. Very talented. And then number 45, Kelly. That is my 50 to 45 right there. So that's a good start on each one of our lists. So to say, next week we will do 45 to 40. And then after that, we'll just continue to go down the list. So this was our very first episode of Between the Ropes on our new network of the Coast to Coast Entertainment Network. I hope everybody enjoyed this one, but just make sure to like and follow the page so you guys can get the multiple shows that we're going to be doing, because it's going to be more than just this, okay? And don't forget, too, that we are going to actually have more merchandise that is going to be coming out. That's right. When I talk about merchandise, I don't only mean to hit us up and be like, can I get a T-shirt? No. I mean, we have so much stuff. We have T-shirts. We have tank tops. We have hoodies. We're going to have hats. We're going to have blankets. We're going to have pillows. We're going to have cups. I mean, we're going to have it all. So if you need it, just hit us up and we can get that for you. Or you know where you can find it all? All you got to do is write down this website and you can find it. And that website's actually called Boot and Heel. Bootandheel.com is where you will be able to find all this merchandise at. And it'll be great to find. I'm sorry, Garrett Sherrill, we do not have any Washington football team gear. I'm sorry, we don't have that. We have merchandise for us, for our network brand. That's
you
what
can
we
find
have.
that stuff at NFL.com, Garrett.
Yes, NFL.com. You can definitely find it there. So with that, though, if you're ever wondering what kind of shows that we're going to have on, we actually have some big time names that are having shows on our network. I don't want to reveal one of them yet, The only thing I can say is, if you know him by the name, you can say the mercenary is coming. That's all I'm going to say. So be ready for the mercenary to come. And then, of course, you're going to see that Wrestle Shoot is going to be here with none other than Rob Wilds and Chris Casanova. You're going to see them. And we actually have a few more big-time names that are going to have shows. I don't want to disclose those yet. I want it to be a surprise. So look forward to those shows. We're going to have cooking shows and all kinds of stuff. But before we wrap it up, I'm going to jump to you, mess around, Dave. Say you got 30 seconds to say whatever it is you want to say.
Yeah, I'm so glad that we're not on that other network and we're starting out fresh, getting a brand new start, doing our own thing. It's about time. I also thank Chris for doing the behind the scenes stuff. So thank you for that, Chris. That's all I got.
All right, Dragon Viper.
Just want to thank everybody for watching, and like Ace said, go ahead and like and follow and share this page, and more exciting and fun videos to come. So can't wait to see them, and it'll be fun. All
right, and Sarge, you got 30 seconds.
All right, I just want to thank everyone to coming out and watching the show. Like and share. It's an awesome network, and of course, the Mercenary's coming. And I saw a pretty cool picture of him earlier today, which I thought was pretty cool. And maybe next week we'll see who has better hair, Riddle or Dragon Viper. What do you guys think?
All right, so Sarge, you said you were repping the Mercenary. Well, guess what? Yeah. I'm repping the Mercenary right here. Everybody saw all my merch that I had on the Mercenary side. I've got the hoodie, I've got the T-shirt, I've got the blanket, I've got the pillow. I've got it all. It's all there. Repping that Mercenary, and it's awesome. I'm going to love it. All right, so with that, I hope everybody has a fantastic night, and we will be able to see you again next time for another episode of Between the Ropes. We'll see you again.